1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Do you hear anything? Okay, alrighty. So we're just working on some of the stories ahead of our 10 p.m. newscast, and what's pulled up here that you see is there's a challenge against Act 10. Act 10 is the law that created a nearly total ban against collective bargaining for Wisconsin's teachers and public employees, sparking mass protests at the Capitol in 2011. The suit filed by teachers and union workers alleges Act 10 violates Wisconsin's constitutional right to equal protections. The union's attorneys argue that the exemptions for police, firefighters, and other public safety workers from Act 10's restriction on bargaining violate equal protections. The defense says these exemptions are necessary to withstand labor and unrest and have been upheld by other courts. This challenge to Act 10 is the first lawsuit since Wisconsin's Supreme Court shifted to a liberal majority. And tonight on Action 2 News at 10, you'll hear the full story on this. Now moving on to another story that we are working on ahead of our 10 p.m. newscast. The Green Bay Packers hosted a workshop today for diverse business owners looking to make money during next year's draft. This event explained the application process and criteria for becoming a vendor, which is required by the NFL. Today's workshop was the first of 3, explaining the vendor certification process, and the presentation held this afternoon outlined a number of potential opportunities like catering or concessions to general contractors and transportation. To be considered as a diverse supplier, the company must be owned by individuals who are 51% minority, women, LGBTQ+, veterans, or persons of disabilities. The vendors must also be the direct source of all goods and services they bid on, and those goods and services must match what's required for the event. You'll hear more about this workshop and hear directly from some of those business owners who attended tonight on Action 2 News at 10. And now we're going to get into some of the weather. Here's the Green Bay Sky Cam. Another round of rain and storms this evening coming after lots of rain we already have and even flooding in some areas. Our meteorologist David Ernst will have your full forecast tonight at 10 p.m. And thank you so much for tuning in to our First Alert Fastcast. And be sure to tune in to Action 2 News at 10.